it's Delicious Magazine and I'm here in the Warren Test Kitchen. Am I keeping this weird thing here? Yeah, it's fine. I'm back in the Delicious Test Kitchen to recreate an iconic dish. This time it is the, not well timed, the Portuguese chicken burger. So the Portuguese chicken burger, made famous in Australia by Oporto when they started at Bondi Beach years and years ago. So there's obviously the bun, which is a soft milk bun. We've got our chicken, which has been lightly coated in a crumb and then grilled. What's going to really make this burger is this peri-peri sauce, which doesn't look as beautiful here in this burger, but will be delicious in ours. We've got some mayo, and then it's healthy because there's some lettuce in here. The bun's a pretty stock standard milk bun. The chicken, really nice and thin, so when you bite into it, you're not getting like a massive, it's definitely chicken breast, not chicken thigh. It's not tough at all. The peri-peri sauce is quite hot, but you've got that mayonnaise to kind of counteract it and mellow it out a bit. Lettuce gives a bit of crunch. This is a bit soggy now. I'd probably prefer it a bit crunchier. But all in all, it's a pretty delicious meal. Okay. I've got energy. Let's get started. So first component is the bun or the bread. I'm going to make my own, but you can just buy one from the store and it'll be okay. I've just got a basic milk bun recipe here, which you can grab on delicious.com.au, and I've let it rise for about an hour, so it's nice and fluffy and it's had its first rise. And we'll just get it onto the bench here. I'm going to divide this dough into 5, I reckon. Floured hands, and in rolling them, try and get them as round as you can. What do you mean? I do it like this.
Look, like this.
Well, this is me and how I nail it.
And then it just perks up like that.
Don't say perk. Was that annoying you watching me do it?
Meant to be like this.
Oh yeah, you can do 2. 5. So I'm going to let these rise for another 40 minutes or so until they've really at least doubled, and then that way we can go into the oven. Okay, just like magic, they have more than doubled in size. Now to get that beautiful golden coating on bread dough, I've just got some egg wash here and just lightly brush it over the buns. Once you've coated all of them, just some sesame seeds. So I've got the oven at 180. We're going to bake them for about 10 minutes until they're nice, puffed and golden. Okay, so I think by far the most important part of the burger, what's going to make or break it, is that peri-peri sauce. So we're going to go first in with some chilies. Bird's eye chilies are traditionally what you'd use. I've taken the seeds and vein out of some of them. That's just going to bring down the heat a little bit. So if you find with it being a crazy hot peri-peri, just keep them all in. Straight into the food processor. And I'm going to go in with some ginger garlic essential. And then a major component of any peri-peri sauce is to have some acid, but also in the form of lemon. But instead of just using the juice, I'm going to first of all zest into the food processor and then also use the actual flesh of the lemon and blitz it up as well. Just to balance out those flavors, we've got some red wine vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, a bit of sugar, paprika, and some salt. And blitz. Straight into a saucepan and let it simmer away for a few minutes until it's nice and thick. Once it's nice and thickened, just remove that from the heat and let it cool completely, because now you have a really nice thick sauce, which is a versatile sauce you're going to keep in your fridge forever, trust me. So let that cool, and we'll get on with our chicken. We've taken the chicken breast and we've just kind of sliced it into like roughly 1 centimeter thick slices, and then just get some baking paper. And another piece. And we're just going to use a rolling pin just to lightly bash it out so we get a perfectly thin, even layer. It's like music. So you can see then we've got these pieces that are going to be about the same size as the bun. We're going to go in with some very, very fine breadcrumbs because you see it doesn't have a big texture on it. A bit of flour, some paprika, and salt. And we're just going to give that a stir. And then take each of those pieces of flattened chicken straight into that crumb mixture. It doesn't need a massive coating. Dab off. and repeat it with all of them. Chicken is nice and crumbed, so we're just going to get it onto a hot pan. A little bit of oil. Don't use extra virgin or olive oil, it's got too much flavor. We want quite a neutral oil here. And then a couple of pieces at a time. When they're nice and dark golden, just a flip over. And just like a minute or so on the other side. Okay, bread is delicious and golden out of the oven. We're gonna let them cool completely though before we can assemble a burger, but with my asbestos fingers, pretty happy with those. So I've got the production line here ready to get the Portuguese chicken burger going. Split them down the middle. Mayo first. Shredded lettuce, it has to be iceberg. This peri-peri sauce is gold. I mean, it's red, but it's gold deliciousness. Look at that. So before I put on this peri-peri, loose. See, it's not too hot, try that. It's cool down.
No, it's beautiful. Great balance of everything.
Good. So use a decent amount, dotted everywhere. And the cheese here is just Gouda or Gouda or provolone, whatever you want to use. Lid on. Taste, test. Look at that. Cheers.
You've nailed it.
I actually think I have. It sounds arrogant, but it's like, we've nailed it. I think the chicken's a bit fresher here. You've got like real...
Yeah, they got a thinner chicken,
Yeah.
so you can bite through it.
Yeah. But I think that peri-peri is pretty spot on. The mayo's good. You can taste them. The bun's always a bit sweet, which is a good balance. I think that's everything. So for this recipe, head to delicious.com.au and don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel.